everyone, and welcome to the third big edition of This Week in TV. We'd like to thank everyone who checked out episode 2 online, and we've got plenty more to get through this week, so let's get right into it and check out the main stories making headlines in This Week in TV.
News.com.au is reporting, from touchdown to come down, outspoken personality Mark Holden has been culled from the Australian Idol judging panel in an attempt to reinvigorate the tired format of the Channel 10 talent quest. It's understood the network, together with Australian Idol production company Fremantle Media, reached the decision this week and will rush out a press release after the news, scheduled to be announced on Thursday, broke to the media prematurely. Holden was in last-minute rehearsals ahead of his stage show Shout, opening at the Lyric Theatre in Sydney during the week. Holden's departure is a personal touchdown for fellow Idol judges Kyle Sandilands and Ian Dicko Dixon, both considered to bring more weight to the program, despite not appearing on Idol for consecutive years since its 2003 launch. Star of the AFL footy show Sam Newman, aged 62, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. He was operated on Wednesday morning, and at this early stage, doctors do not know if the cancer has spread to other parts of his body or whether they'll be able to get all of it. There's nothing you can do about it, Newman says. Newman was given the devastating news about 3 weeks ago. Only family and a small number of friends were aware of his condition. To raise the awareness of prostate cancer, Newman allowed a 60 Minutes crew to film the moment. The footy show is due to return to Channel 9 on Thursday, March 13. Following the announcement of the home loan rate rise, Peter Hitchener and National 9 News Melbourne came live from Craigieburn. Peter Hitchener was on site in a move that actually paid huge ratings dividends, with National 9 News Melbourne increasing its viewing audience by 95,000 viewers, comprehensively defeating Channel 7 News on Tuesday. The 6 p.m. nightly news battle in Melbourne has been fiercely fought for the last 12 to 18 months, with 7 News narrowly in front of National 9 News Melbourne for 2007.
Well, certainly some big stories there, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on those ones. And it's also since come to light that Mark Holden has actually kept a diary while he was on Australian Idol last year. It was the lowest rating season of Idol, ratings-wise. Big drops, especially with the finale, the final between Matt Corby and Natalie Gauci, and Mark Holden early on when Dicko was coming back, saying that 4 judges was too many and that Dicko should have stayed at Channel 7 and not come back at all. So interesting to see if that book will be released. We'll take a break and be back right after this. It's This Week in TV, Episode 3.
Hi, I'm Harry Connex Jr. You know, I heard Hillside Trains was going to change its name, and I was honored to hear they were going to name it after me, Connex. Well, they could have consulted me on the spelling. I am so happy that Hillside Trains is changing its name to my name, Connex. I mean, Hillside. There are no hills in Melbourne. Melbourne is flat. Connex. They're going to fix that spelling, right? People often ask me, Harry, what's your favorite track of all time? Well, ever since Hillside Trains changed its name to my name, Connex, this has become my favorite track, Connex. But it ain't spelled that way!
Welcome back. You're watching This Week in TV, Episode 3, exclusively on YouTube. We'd like to thank you for joining us. Now, without further ado, let's have a look at the top 10 shows for this week. There we go, a new number 1. It's Channel 7's RSPCA Animal Rescue. It's the brand new number 1 for this week. Will it stay that way next week? We'll certainly be bringing you Episode 4 of This Week in TV right here exclusively on YouTube. Well, there's been a big story in this past week. One of the big media agencies, Harold Mitchell Group, has come out, and they've already decided 3 weeks into the new ratings season which of the big programs on the big 3 networks were duds and which have been hits so far. Now, they've said that Network 10 has delivered 2 hits so far this year, with So You Think You Can Dance Australia and Good News Week. But on the other side of the ledger, 5 failures, including Saving Kids Women's Murder Club, Back to You, Rules of Engagement, and Burn Notice. That was the big hope for Tuesday night, and it looks like NCIS Season 5 will be back in that spot after the Easter break. That's the latest we're getting there. Now, the programmers at Channel 9, they've scored 3 successes according to the Harold Mitchell Group. The Wednesday lineup of The Chopping Block, it's been up and down in the ratings a little bit. Underbelly, of course, not able to be screened in Melbourne. I'm still looking for a copy if anyone's got one. And Kashmir Mafia. The 3 duds on Channel 9 are Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, A Year with the Royal Family on Monday night, which does have a big 50-plus audience, and of course Monster House, which was axed after just 2 episodes in the Tuesday 7:30 spot. Over at Channel 7, Mitchell executives have said that the Zoo and Bush Doctors on Sunday nights were hits, while the duds on the other side of the ledger there were Channel 7's Out of the Question, Samantha Who, Dirty Sexy Money, and Lewis. Now, they've also pointed out that Channel 9's coverage of the Academy Awards the other week produced the lowest audience figure in 5 years. This year's Oscars pulled 934,000 viewers across the country, compared with 1.04 million in 2007 and 1.6 million in 2004. Well, certainly a big week of news, and we've got plenty more to come. We'll take another break and see you on the other side of it. It's This Week in TV, Episode 3.
My baby takes the morning train.
He works from 9 to 5 and then
he takes another home again
to find me waiting for him.
He takes me to a movie,
To a restaurant.
We go slow dancing.
anything I want. Only when he's with me,
I catch a light. Only when he's with me.
makes me feel alright.
my baby takes them. He works from 9 to 5 and then he takes another home again.
Sheena.
My baby takes the morning train. He works.
Welcome back. It's This Week in TV. It's Episode 3. We do thank you for joining us. Make sure you do tune in next week. We'll have more on the story of Sam Newman and that cancer treatment. There's also been news Patrick Swayze is suffering pancreatic cancer, and we'll be keeping an eye on those stories and plenty more next time we see you right here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, and goodbye. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in TV. It's our 3rd edition. Who would have thought we would have got this far? And we've got lots going on. Alright, what are we doing next? Oh, there we go. Some interesting changes there with Channel 7's RSPCA Animal Rescue. Sarah include the Sarah, of course, Monster House, which was axed after just 2 outings on Tuesday night in the 7:30 slot. In the 7:30. And that's it. We've come to the end of yet another program. But do make sure you join us next week because we've got a huge edition of 2000. What am I saying?